Hi, I'm Cheryl Parker. Welcome to the Shape makeup videos. I've been working with Shape for years, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a natural makeup look, and I'm going to be using Environ's makeup range. So when doing a natural makeup look, you need to first decide what feature on your face do you want to focus on. Do you want to focus on your eyes or your cheeks or your lips? But for a natural makeup look, I really enjoy focusing on the cheeks because it's the brightest part of your face, especially for a fresh day look. So the easiest way to find out what color suits you best is actually an old-fashioned method of pinching your cheeks, and it really works. So pinch your cheeks a little bit just to see what kind of color comes through. Is it slightly pink? Is it slightly peach? And with Gisella's face, I've decided that peach is going to suit her best. So I've chosen a peachy pink colored blush from Environ. Now I'm going to ask Gisella to give me a big smile. That helps me to locate the apples of her cheeks because, you know, when we work out or when we blush, that's the part of our face that actually gets very flushed. It's not underneath the jawline or very high up underneath the eye. It's the apple of the cheek. So we concentrate the blusher right on the apple of the cheek and we blend it all the way up onto the cheekbone. Let's move on to eyeshadow. We need to find an eyeshadow that's as close to her natural skin tone as possible, and I've chosen this beautiful palette from Environ. There's a rice paper or bone colored color that I'm going to be using on her eyelid. So I'm going to start on her eyebrow and sweep it from her eyelid all the way up to her eyebrow. It has a little bit of a shine in it, so I'm actually going to bring it down onto her cheekbone, and this is going to act as a highlighter, which is going to reflect the light on her cheekbone, and it's going to make this side of her face really stand out beautifully. The reason that we apply highlighter all over the eyelid is to create a base for the next color that you're going to put on. The reason we do this is that if you put a darker color directly onto the eyelid that hasn't been prepared, it's going to go blotchy. It's not going to have a smooth, beautiful finish. So it's always good to powder your eyelid before you apply your eyeshadow, either with your highlighter or with the powder eyeshadow. And the reason that I've brought the highlighter down onto her cheekbones is to contour her face. Basically what I mean is I'm going to bring the high points of her face forward, and later on I'm going to use bronzer to make the deeper parts of her face go back so that her face becomes really three-dimensional. And another high point of your face is actually the ridge of your nose. So if you enhance that a little bit, it makes this area of your face come forward, as well as the top of your Cupid's bow. So when you see those girls walking down the ramp and their face looks amazing, you don't know why, this is why. It's all the clever tricks. Another trick is to put highlighter on the inner corners of your eyes because it really makes that area come forward and it really makes the face stand out. Because if you have deeper set eyes, this really makes your eyes come forward and it makes it look more awake. For the natural day look, it's important not to put too much eyeliner around your eyes. So all I'm going to do is apply a beautiful light reflecting eyeshadow onto her eyelid. I'm using a soft eyeshadow brush so that it blends the shadow onto her eye very nicely. I don't want to put too much eyeshadow on her eye, so the softer the brush, the less of the eyeshadow it's going to deposit onto the eye. The harder the brush, the more it's going to carry with it, and it's not going to blend it quite as nicely. I'm applying the eyeshadow into the crease of her eye and blending it down onto her eyelid just to create a wash of color, and I'm blending it quite well into the crease so that it doesn't create a hard line. I'm using a beautiful rusty bronze which is going to complement her green eyes very nicely, and it's keeping with the warm tones that I've put on her face already. For instance, the blusher that I've put on. It wouldn't look nice if I used a purple or a very cool shade on her eye with a very warm cheek color because the two colors will clash. I'm concentrating on the outside half of her eye because I want to make her eye look bigger as I'm doing this. The further inside her eye that I go, the more I'm going to close the eye, and I'm actually going to make it look smaller. For a natural day look, it's nice to use a dark brown mascara rather than a black, if you're especially going for the very natural look. Lift your chin for me. When applying mascara to your top lashes, it's important to go from the underneath up, twisting the brush as you go. For a natural day look, it's not always advisable to put mascara on the bottom lashes because it just keeps the focus on the top of the lashes and it makes you look more awake. When choosing a natural lipstick color, the best indication is to look at what color your lips actually are. And we can see with Gisella's lips that they are slightly pinky red. So I'm going to find a lip color that's going to suit that. So what I've chosen is a beautiful berry color from Environ. Don't be afraid if something looks too dark, because you can always stain the lip with it. And when I say stain the lip, I mean that you just put a light wash on the lip. It's nice to use a lipstick brush because it's a lot more accurate and you get a much cleaner finish on your lips. So as you can see, I've only used a very light layer of lipstick on her lip, and I'm almost blending it into her lip just to make it look like her lips are slightly stained. Just to finish off, I'm going to put a light layer of see-through gloss on just to give her that juicy look. And that's your natural day look.